Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to solve some review questions for the midterm exam. To get full extra credit from this assignment, you are required to watch the entire video, post 3 questions, and also you need to answer 3 questions of your classmates. So let's start with the first question. Which of the following demonstrates the concept of scarcity? Scarcity refers to a situation that we have limited resources. Since we have limited resources, anything unlimited does not represent scarcity. Let's start with the first option. A new technology is developed that increases the amount of corn a nation can produce. This doesn't represent scarcity because with the new technology, production of corn is going to increase. A hurricane strikes Texas and restricts access for shipping to get generators in the area. This represents the concept of scarcity. You go to McDonald's and are able to purchase whatever you please. This again does not refer to concept of scarcity. So in this question, we are going to identify whether each sentence refers to microeconomics or macroeconomics. Macroeconomics refers to the questions or problems that we need to address that represents the entire population. However, microeconomics are more micro in nature, therefore deals with questions and the problems of individual agents in the economy. So given this, unemployment rate is a macro concept because that affects everybody in the economy. The first one is macroeconomics. Analyzing fiscal and monetary policy, again, fiscal and monetary policy affect everybody in the economy. We are talking about the entire economy, so this is a macro problem as well. A firm deciding how many goods to make and what prices to charge, this is a micro problem because now the firm, single firm, makes the decision. Question number 3. The table below shows the production schedule of jelly beans and pizza in the country of Portlandia. So you have different production quantities for jelly beans and pizza. And first we are going to calculate the opportunity cost of an action that increases pizza production from 27 to 40. When pizza production is at 27, we have 72 jelly beans. And when the pizza production is 40, we have 48 jelly beans. To increase pizza production by 13 units, we give up 72 minus 48 jelly beans. So we give up 24 jelly beans. Therefore, the opportunity cost of jelly beans is going to be 24. Next question has a typo in it. It should be, what is the opportunity cost of an action that increases jelly beans production from 19 to 48? So this is jelly beans, this is pizza. At 19 we have 48 units of pizza. At 48 we have 40 units of pizza. So in order to increase jelly bean production, we give up 8 pizzas. Therefore the right answer is 8. Question 4. Susan has a weekly budget of $26 which she likes to spend on fish and movie tickets. If the price of a fish is $4, what is the maximum number of fish she could buy in a week? So if we have the budget of $26 and each fish is $4, then we should be able to buy at least 6 fish. We cannot buy 7, but we can buy 6 fish. Therefore, the right answer is 6. If the price of movie ticket is 10, what is the maximum number of movie tickets she could buy? She could buy 2 tickets. She can't buy 3, but she could buy 2 tickets. What is the exact opportunity cost of a movie ticket? So, movie ticket cost us $10, one movie ticket. And we know that fish cost us $4. So, if I use this $10 to buy fish, how many fish I can buy? 10 divided by 4, 2.5 fish. So the opportunity cost of one movie ticket is giving up 2.5 fish. The right answer is 2.5. In this question, we are going to identify whether the statement is positive or normative. Positive statement represents the facts and the data. Normative statement represents the suggestion or personal opinion. Now let's start with the first one. We should vote for ACT party in the upcoming election. This represents a personal opinion and suggestion. Therefore, it's a normative statement. You should go for a run. The same, there is no fact or data here, it's a normative statement. The United States was founded in 1776. This is a positive statement because it's a fact. The sky is blue, it's a fact as well, it's a positive statement. Question 6. Now we are going to talk about the production possibility frontier. If you remember from your lecture notes, production possibility frontier is a bow-shaped curve and it shows the possibility of production for two goods, good 1 and good 2. And anything on the production possibility frontier represents an efficient allocation because we use all resources to produce the bundle. Anything inside the production possibility curve is inefficient because you can actually use your resources and increase the production in any ways to reach the production possibility curve. Anything outside the production possibility curve is unattainable because we do not have resources to produce that bundle. Given this information, we can answer this question. What can we say about an allocation of goods that is outside of the budget constraint, that is unattainable, inside the budget constraint, that is inefficient, on the budget constraint, it is efficient? Question 7. Now we need to find out how the demand curve is going to change depends on different determinants of demand. So remember, we have the following determinants of demand. The price of the good itself, but when the price changes, you move along the curve, you're not shifting the demand curve. The reason is simple because price is on the vertical axis, so any change in price can be represented by a shift on the demand curve, up or downward movements. And the other determinants are going to shift the demand curve to the right or to the left, and these are income of the consumer, price of related goods, taste or preference, and expectation of buyers. So we know that for income we have two types of goods. The first one is the normal good. Normal goods are the ones when your income increases, you consume more of them. And there are inferior goods. When your income increases, you consume less of them. An example of an inferior good could be a ramen noodles, the cheap ones. So when you don't have income, you consume more of it, but as your income increases, you consume less. So price of related goods divided into two, substitutes and complements. Complementary goods are used together like gasoline and SUV. Substitute goods are an alternative for the good. Therefore, coffee and hot tea could be two substitute goods. So given this information, let's answer this question. How do the following situations affect the demand curve? Decrease in income with a normal good. We know that income increases, the demand for normal goods increases, and the reverse is true too. When income decreases, the demand for normal goods decreases. Therefore, the first one is A. Price of a complement increases. Let's think about with an example. Gas and trucks are complementary because trucks are using a lot of gas. So the price of gas increases, the demand for trucks are going to decrease. Therefore, the right answer is decrease in demand. Next one, decrease in income with an inferior good. For inferior goods, when income increases, the demand for inferior goods decreases. It behaves the reverse of the normal good. And when the income decreases, the demand for inferior goods increases. Because when you have less income, you consume more of the inferior good. Therefore, this one is an increase in demand. And now price of a complement decreases. In this case, think about gas prices are cheaper. When the gas prices are cheaper, the demand for trucks are going to increase. Therefore, this is an increase in demand. Question 7 is about law of demand. Let's remember what law of demand says. When the price of a good increases, quantity demanded decreases. And the reverse is true too. When the price decreases, quantity demand increases. So let's answer the first question. According to the law of demand, if the price of a good increases, the quantity demand decreases. Also, if the price of a good decreases, the quantity demanded will increase. Question 9. We are given the graph for demand and supply, and there is an equilibrium price in this market, which is $15. And at $15, the consumers buy 48 units and suppliers also supply 48 units. Now let's read the question. Suppose that a new price legislation put a price ceiling of $9. First, let's understand what do we mean by price ceiling. Price ceiling is the maximum price in the market. Therefore, the maximum sellers can sell this product is $9. And we know from the equilibrium that price should be $15. But $15 is not a legal price in this market. Therefore, the price ceiling represents the maximum legal price in the market. If that is the case, price ceiling is going to change the market outcome because $15 is not one of the legal prices. At $9, we will have a disequilibrium in the market. Let's check what we mean by the disequilibrium. So C represents the $9. At C, D represents the quantity supplied, and quantity supplied is 24. And F represents the quantity demanded, and quantity demanded represents 69. So there is a mismatch. That mismatch is called disequilibrium. So people are demanding 69 units because the price is cheap, but suppliers find this price too cheap and not profitable, therefore they supply 24 units. So we have, in this case, a shortage because quantity demanded is higher than quantity supplied. So how large is the shortage? It's the difference between 69 and 24. In this case, it is 45. So we can write here 45. And the next question is, would a price floor at $9 lead to a shortage or surplus? So $9 represents the minimum price in the market. Any price lower than this is not legal, but any price above the $9 is legal. And we know the equilibrium price is $15 and it's a legal price. So the market forces of demand and supply will bring markets into an equilibrium, which you have the price of $15. Therefore, the price floor is not going to change the equilibrium result, and we are not going to see either shortage or surplus, and the size of shortage and surplus will be 0. Question number 10. Consider the market for cars. Determine which of the following statements describe the demand for cars or supply of cars or neither. We need to identify whether the sentences refers to a consumer or refers to a supplier. The first one, Sean is looking for a good mechanic to repair his car. Now, Sean is demanding for service, therefore it should be demand for labor service, but it's not demand for cars, therefore the right answer is neither. Consumers willing and able to purchase car, this is the demand for car. Lavanda looks at ads in her research for a new car. So this is again demand for car. Honda releases the new version of the Accord, which is the supply of the car. Question 11. Suppose that there is an expected increase in future prices in the market for chicken. So we expect that the prices will be higher in the future. Therefore, it's more profitable to sell in the future, but not today. And if that is the case, supply today is going to go down. When supply goes down, it shifts to the left. So we are going to shift supply to the left. Now, in this question, we need to identify consumer surplus and producer surplus, as well as the equilibrium. Equilibrium is the intersection of supply and demand. Therefore, this is the equilibrium. Consumer surplus represents the area above the equilibrium price below the demand curve. Therefore, this is going to be the consumer surplus. And for producer surplus, it's the area below the equilibrium and above the supply curve. Therefore, this is producer surplus. In this question, we are going to find out elasticity. So Ariel purchases 7 Sprites every month at a price of $4.75. When the price changes to $8.75, Ariel still purchases 7 Sprites. So the quantity demanded doesn't change. Percentage change in quantity demanded is 0%. We can find a percentage change in price using the midpoint formula. Remember, it's P2 minus P1 divided by P2 plus P1 over 2. So the price is 8.75 now, before it's 4.75, divided by the average of these two prices. And if you multiply by 100, you will get the percentage. So 8.75 minus 4.75. This part is 4. And 8.75 plus 4.75 divided by 2. And this part, denominator, is 6.75. So 4 divided by 6.75 is equal to 0.5925, and multiply by this 100, 59.25%. So the first blank is 59.25%. Second blank is 0. What is the price elasticity? It's 0. 0 divided by a number is 0. What type of elasticity? It's perfectly inelastic. Suppose that the price of a movie ticket changes 90% and quantity demanded changes 21%. With the given change in quantity demanded and price, what is the price elasticity of demand for movie tickets? So here we have the numbers. We just need to know the price elasticity formula. It's percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. Percentage change in quantity is 21%. Percentage change in price is 90%. Therefore, we are dividing 21 by 90 and we got 0.233. And we need to use 2 decimals. Therefore, 0.23 is the correct answer. Question 15. Initially, a steak costs $8 and a change in the market makes the price of steak 5. Before the change in the price of steak, Sid consumed 8 cups of coffee per week and now consumes 16 cups of coffee per week. So $8, Sid consumed 8 cups and now the price is $5 and Sid consumed 16 cups. Indicate whether the changes are positive or negative and keep 2 decimal. Use the midpoint formula. So we need to find the cross price elasticity because we're talking about price of one good and the demand for another good. Let's find the percentage change in the price of steak. It's 5 minus 8 divided by 5 plus 8 over 2. Negative 3 divided by 5 plus 8 divided by 2. It's 6.5. And times 100 is going to give us the percentage. It's negative 46.15%. And let's find out the change in the cups. So it's 16 minus 8 divided by 16 plus 8 over 2. Numerator is 8 and denominator is 12. Times 100 is going to give us the percentage. So 8 divided by 12 times 100, it's 66.66%. So given these numbers, we can find the cross price elasticity, percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. Percentage change in quantity is 66.66% and the percentage change in price is negative 46.15%. It is negative 1.44. Now we are going to type these numbers. Negative 46.15 and the quantity change is 66.66. And the cross price elasticity is negative 1.44. And since the price decreases and quantity demanded increases, these two goods are complements. Steak is cheaper, you buy more cups of coffee, they complement each other. Question 16. Suppose a 13% increase in the wage leads to a 5% change in labor supply and negative 11% change in labor demand. Now we are going to calculate wage elasticity of labor supply. For wage elasticity of labor supply, we are going to take percentage change in labor supply divided by percentage change in wage. Percentage change in labor supply is 5% divided by 13, which is equal to 0.38. And now we are going to calculate wage elasticity of labor demand, percentage change in labor demand divided by percentage change in wage. In this case, it's negative 11 divided by 13. and we need to enter a positive number, so I'm dividing 11 by 13. That's 0.84, and then submit. Question 17. Suppose the price of apples increased from 10.10 to 10.45. As a result of this change, the quantity of apples demanded reduced from 125 baskets to 0. So this is an example of perfectly elastic demand. Even there is a small change in the price, people stop consuming because they can buy something else. Therefore, it's perfectly elastic. Question 18. The following scenarios describe the products that are either inelastic or elastic. Let's see. Business class airline tickets can cost up to 10 times more than economy tickets. This is a luxury good. Therefore, it's an elastic good. Carl buys a large bag of gummy candies for $1. So whatever the price, Carl buys a large bag of gummy candies. Therefore, it's an inelastic one. The new Mercedes sports car costs over $200,000. We know that the goods that are expensive are luxury, and therefore this is also an elastic good. Question 19. The table below shows the total utility from consuming different amounts of pears. Use the information below to calculate the marginal utility for each quantity. Here in this question, we are going to find marginal utility. Marginal utility is change in total utility divided by change in quantity. Let's start with the first blank. The total utility changes by 96 utils and the quantity changes by 4. Therefore, it's 96 divided by 4, 24. And we can type that here. And for the next one, marginal utility is the change in total utility, 160 minus 96 divided by 8 minus 4. And here we have 64 divided by 4, 16. And now we have 208 minus 160 divided by 12 minus 8. 208 minus 160 divided by 4, it's 12. And now we have a change of 232 minus 208 divided by 4, 6. And then we have a change of 8 utils divided by 4, it's 2. This is how we calculate the marginal utility. Louis needs to book a flight between Kansas City and Tampa and has a choice between flying in the first class or economy. So the price of the first class ticket is $800, first class, and price of the economy ticket is $190. And first class generates a marginal utility of 1,440, and economy generates a marginal utility of 490. And now we are going to find marginal utility per dollar for a first class ticket. Its marginal utility 1,440 divided by 800, in this case 1.75. So we can type it here, 1.75. And the next one is the marginal utility per dollar for an economy ticket, 490 divided by 190, which is 2.57. And which one is better for Louis? It seems like the economy is better because economy brings more utility per dollar spent. So we just make a quick calculation mistake here. This is going to be 1.8, and now it's correct. Question 21. The table below shows the marginal utility of consuming different quantities of oranges. Use the information below to find the total utility for each quantity. So we know that total utility is the sum of utilities that we gain by consuming all the oranges. So the first orange gives us 27 marginal utility, which is the same as total utility because we only consume one orange. For 2 oranges, I know that the first orange brings 27 util, and the second orange, this is the first, second, brings additional 18. So the total is going to be sum of these two. 27 plus 18 is equal to 45. And And we know that the third orange itself brings 10 utilities. So the total utility is going to be sum of all these. 45 is the first two, plus 10 is going to be 55. And all three together gives us 55 utilities. The fourth one gives us 7 additional utilities. If you sum this 7 with 55, you get the total utility of consuming 4 oranges. In this case, it's 62. And 62 plus 3 is going to give us the total utility of 5 oranges. Suppose that John has a budget of $72 and is in the market for grapefruits and pears, which have prices $8 and $2.40 respectively. How many can John purchase if they only purchase grapefruits? So we have the budget constraint of 72 and the grapefruits are $8. 72 divided by 8, 9 grapefruits is the right answer. And now we need to find if we just purchase only pears, then 72 divided by 2.4, which in this case it's 30 pears. Question 23. The table below shows the total consuming for different amounts of pears which have a price of $9. Use the given information to find marginal utility per dollar for each good. So marginal utility for the first pear is 27 and the price is 9. So it's 27 divided by 9, 3 is the marginal utility per dollar. Second one is 15 divided by 9, it's 1.66. And the third one brings a marginal utility of 12 and the price is 9. So it's 1.33. And the fourth one brings 8 utils divided by 9, 0.88. And now 2 divided by 9 is 0.22. This is how you calculate marginal utility per dollar. Suppose that the firm Hayek Co. sells 12 suits for $140 per suit. Each suit costs $91 to produce and Hayek Co. could rent out their factory space for $455 per month. So what is the explicit cost? Explicit cost, if you remember, requires cash outlays from the business. And we know that $91 that the company spends to produce one suit is the per unit cost times 12 suits is the total explicit cost. 91 times 12, which is $1,092. If we talk about the implicit cost, then it should be the foregone rental income, in this case $455 per month. Question 25. The table below shows cost data for producing different amounts of cleaning products. Use the given information to find the total cost for each quantity. Total cost is the sum of fixed cost plus variable costs. Here it's $18. The only cost is fixed cost. Here 18 plus 14, which is 32. And then 18 plus 32, which is 50. And then 18 plus 44, 62. And 18 plus 50, 68. And here the last one is 69. Probably we make a mistake for this one because it's 18 plus 34 should be 52. Question 26. The table below shows cost data for producing different amounts of car. Use the given information to find the average variable cost. So here we know that total cost is the sum of variable cost plus fixed cost. Let me write it here so you can see it. Total cost is variable cost plus fixed cost. And we know that fixed cost is $6. So we need to subtract from total cost $6 to find the variable cost. And average variable cost is variable cost divided by quantity. So for the first quantity, variable cost is 30 minus 6 and variable cost is 24. And average variable cost is 24 divided by 1, 24. So the first blank is 24. Let's do the second one. For second one, we need to subtract again first $6. 46 minus 6 is 40. And 40 divided by 2, 20 is the average variable cost. So the right answer is 20 for the second one. For the third one, we need to first subtract the $6. 56 minus 6 is 50. Divided by 3 is 16.66. And the fourth one, 61 minus $6 is 55. 55 divided by 4 is 13.75. And 63 minus 6 is 57. Divided by 5 is 11.4. This is how we calculate average variable cost. Question 27. Suppose that the firm Smith Co. sells 26 phones for $73 per phone. Each phone costs $47 to produce, and Smith Co. could rent out their factory space for $520. And now in this question, we are going to find the economic profit. First, we need to find the total cost. And we need to find total revenue. Total cost is explicit cost plus implicit cost. Explicit cost is $47 per phone times 26, and implicit cost is $520. And total revenue is 26 phone times 73. So let me find first total revenue. Total revenue is equal to 1,898. Total cost is explicit cost is 1,222. Implicit cost is 520. So the total cost is equal to 1,742. Total revenue is 1,898 minus 1,742, which is 156. This is the economic profit. So this is the end of the review video. I hope these questions and their solutions are helpful for the midterm exam. Thank you for watching.